The magical way out of negativity. I keep saying for every day and every chapter that this is my favorite, but honestly, this is truly my favorite. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Baha'u'llah, 1817 to 1892, Persian founder of the Baha'i faith. A thankful person is thankful under all circumstances. Baha'u'llah, 1817 to 1892, Persian founder of the Baha'i faith. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return and we stop the magic happening in our life. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return and we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it's good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day, or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary or financial freedom every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay, salary, financial freedom for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Are you grateful when your car is working well? Or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? Are you grateful to be alive each day? Or do you take your life for granted? Are you grateful to be alive each day or do you take your life for granted? Are you grateful to be alive each day or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts, and words. So, when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, friend, stranger, waiting in lines, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you're not being grateful and you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, family, friend, stranger, waiting in lines, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you're not being grateful. and you're pushing your dream life away with every complaint. Now, now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when you are grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you are grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you are grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke just like magic. This is important. Now we all understand that when something goes very wrong, we have unintentionally not been grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when we are grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when we are grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when we are grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. All we have to say is thank you. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation. You have to look for things. She's giving examples, don't worry later on. You have to first think, uh, difficult as it may sound, you have to first be grateful for negative, any negative person, situation, anything. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude would magically transform every negative situation. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad game, which had a profound effect on me. That is what Rhonda Byrne says, huh? When I was a child. I played the Glad game featured in the movie through my childhood and adolescence. To play the glad game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation makes the solutions appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little, and if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick, and if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Gautam Buddha, circa 563 BC to 483 BC, founder of Buddhism. So just now we are going to pause for this homework, just like Walt Disney's Pollyanna, that in any negative situation, what positive outcome came out. Let's do that first. Start writing. I'm going to share too, huh? So suppose it is something like we either lose our job or a closure of our business or something. We finally pursue. I discontinued my work or job or whatever to finally pursue my passion or start a dream business that brings more abundance and joy than our old job. A relationship ending, we rediscover self love when a relationship ends. Because I just realized when my relationship ended with two souls, it brought about a lot of self love. So we can write it magnetizes a much healthier us, a better alignment with our own selves. Suppose we are down with any serious illness, and this has happened with so many. It becomes a spiritual awakening leading to lifestyle changes, a deeper gratitude for what we do have in life, and more meaningful connections. You get this? Uh, say, like I started with, we lost a job or we lost an opportunity for some good financial freedom. What would be the good outcome from that? We finally pursue our passion project or start a dream business that brings much more abundance in our lives and joy than what we were doing earlier. Suppose we've had a fallout with someone and a relationship ends. We rediscover self love, we magnetize a healthier and more aligned relationship with others, or find peace and wholeness within our own self. For example, when I had a fallout with um, two friends, one was a friend, one was a relative. It was so heartbreaking at that time. I tried and tried and tried, but nothing worked. And in the bargain, I was just losing a lot of my self love and self respect. I was trying to justify so many things. Till later on, that beautiful alignment came within me where I completely started finding my vibe, started finding my tribe, where I was pursuing completely different things. The fallout was such a blessing in disguise because with those people, with that couple, it was only about just eating, drinking, going and being merry, sitting at clubs and whatever bars and all. Whereas what came out of that later from the fallout was being a part of a lot of singing groups, pursuing our hobbies, serving my community. It was something good always comes out from every negative situation. About facing a serious illness, this I have seen because I'm a healer, that all any student who's facing any serious illness becomes huge with spiritual awakening, leading to a lot of lifestyle changes, leading to deeper gratitude for life, leading to more meaningful connections. And in any situation where we experience betrayal or hurt, say by a friend, we clear out that toxicity and create space for proper soul nourishing authentic relationships to enter. We try our very best to bring an end to any toxic relationships after trying and trying again. Financial crisis, so many of them have it. We learn to manage our money more consciously, much better. We attract so many unexpected opportunities and we start becoming aware to those, especially if we are writing gratitude. And we manifest so much prosperity through gratitude and visualization. Suppose an opportunity came our way and it just slipped out, we missed it. Instead of, it can be a deal, it can be a performance, it can be somewhere where we are going to be glorified. Something better aligns perfectly in divine timing, showing us that rejection was actually a redirection to something better and greater. Then, as I said, some public embarrassment in society, in a meeting, board of trustees meeting, friends insulted us on a long table of other groups. What happens at that time? What is the positive that comes out of that negative situation? We build inner strength. We rise above those people or that person. Inner strength, humility, and confidence. We get some unexpected support from others. We get better visibility. I remember when I started teaching yoga in many centers, I was facing a lot of competition and jealousy. That kind of competition and jealousy I even face recently, time and again. There were really big teachers, big names who actually left the city and settled overseas and in Dubai and everywhere to start yoga because there was students were leaving their classes and coming into my sessions and classes. And I told these 3, 4 teachers I'd open up my own studio. They were half my age. Navneet sir, Gaurav sir, and everybody. And I would call him affectionately Nabbu, Navneet sir. नब्बू क्या हो रहा है सब इतने चिढ़ते क्यों है चिढ़ते मीन्स जेलस क्यों है हमसे मैम आप तो कितने ज्ञानी हो आप तो कितने वेल रेड हो आपने तो कितना कुछ किया है इन सबसे ऊपर उठना है those people's jealousies were affecting me so much and my work so much my performances so much I would allow those people in the class next to mine or whatever to sap my energies away. And this young lad just tells me, ignore them and rise above all these people. Imagine, suppose your husband or your wife, suppose you have to relocate somewhere unexpectedly. What? It's such a shock for the first time, right? To move leads to so many new situations, new relationships, opportunities for growth that would have never happened if you would have stayed where you were staying. One of my clients suddenly gave us this idea that why don't you deliver your one child in the United States of America? And I said, oh my God. And I was already 6 months pregnant at that time with my younger son. And suddenly within 15 days, exactly 2 weeks, I took a flight with my husband to deliver my child in the United States of America because at that time, 34 years back, by birth, if like your child is taken on the American soil, automatically gives the citizenship. So here, I'm giving you an example of a relocation. What a negative situation turning into a positive one where my child has his one foot in both the citizenship's doors. That wasn't easy at all. To lose a loved one, how can that negative situation be a positive one? But there are times when you connect with your own spiritual side, you discover unseen blessings in that grief. We often step into a deeper purpose to serve or support others. When they're taking a body away, when they're recently my husband was just telling me this morning, Biju, we've seen so many deaths recently in the last 6 months. So many. In our one singing kitty, a friend passed away. We took another friend in his place. He passed away. Day before yesterday, a friend's brother passed away. Two friends. Tonight, I was supposed to have my kitty turn, singing kitty turn in my home. Tonight. And another friend's mother passed away. And every time, obviously, these are close people, so we go running to when they take the body for cremation. And at that time, there is something within me moves so beautifully because you've lost a loved one. And so many times people ask me, you're doing the magic book and you're saying to write positive out of negative. And I believe in this because when my friend passed away in the Bangalore air crash, previous night he took me out for Valentine's dinner 41 years back, 42 years back. And that's when you truly connect with the spiritual side. You discover so much in that unseen grief, a deeper purpose, serving others. All those who have gotten into serving others have only got into it because they saw a lot of grief in their childhood. So if suppose we are suicidal, what good can come out of that? Or we are in a rut, or suppose we are in depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks. We begin gratitude or a manifestation journey like the magic book or the power, or you can heal yourself. And slowly that shift happens in our vibration, attracting peace, love, personal breakthroughs. There is there's hardly anyone who can continue to stay in depression if one is grateful. No matter what is happening, no matter how bad it may seem, everything is always working out for you if you just believe and stay in gratitude. Rhonda Byrne says this. Are these good enough examples? Yeah. She says this has it stayed by heart with me, no matter what is happening, no matter how bad it may seem. Everything is always working out for you if you just believe and stay in gratitude. Makes sense? You want to get something to read. One sec. I want to read something out to you all. Give me a moment. This is beautiful. It's always been my favorite. It's Shaswat. You can look at this one. Sutra. Here. જે કાંઈ થાય છે તે થવા દેવું. I'll translate it also. Huh? I'll say it in Hindi and English. જે કાંઈ થાય છે તે થવા દેવું. Yeah, let's do this. જે કાંઈ થાય છે તે થવા દેવું. ન ઉદાસીન કે ન અનુગમી થવું. ન પરમાત્મા પ્રત્યે પણ ઈચ્છા કરવી કે ન મૂંઝાવું. શું થશે એવો વિચાર કરવો નહીં અને જે થાય તે કર્યા કરવું. મુશ્કેલીમાં અધિક જાવા નાખવા પ્રયત્ન કરવો નહીં. અલ્પણ ભય રાખવો નહીં. સભાન જાગ્રત રહેવું. ઉપાધિ વખતે જેમ બને તેમ નિશંકપણે રહી ઉદ્યમ કરવો. કેમ થશે એવો વિચાર મૂકી દેવો. યોગ્ય ઉપાયથી પ્રવર્તવું પણ ઉદ્વેગવાળું ચિત્ત ન રાખવું. જ્યાં ઉપાય નથી ત્યાં ખેદ કરવો યોગ્ય નથી જ. શ્રીમદ રાજચંદ્ર. Okay, I've tried to translate this in the past. Let me see if I can do a good job. Yeah. Eternal Sutra. Let whatever happens happen. Do not become overly excited nor disheartened. Do not harbor envy or confusion towards the divine. What will happen? Do not think this way. Simply do what needs to be done. Do not try to escape or panic in times of difficulty. Do not fear even your ego. Maintain your natural state. In adversity, act with fearless resolve as best as possible. Let go of thoughts like, what will be the outcome? Act using the right means, but do not keep an agitated mind. Where no solution exists, there is no virtue in worrying. Srimad Rajchandra. Yes, I'll put it up. Don't worry, I'll put it up. Beautiful. Lovely. I've done it through the translation app, huh? So just see, I hope it's fine. Because whatever is written by the sages, actually, we are not supposed to translate anyways, because we a little change in the meaning and we बिल्ड कर्मा से शाश्वत सूत्र, जो कुछ भी होता है उसे होने दो, ना अति, ओ वाओ, ना अति उदासीत हो ना निराश। ईश्वर के प्रति कोई ईर्ष्या या भ्रम न रखे। क्या होगा ऐसा विचार मत करो, और जो होना है वह करते रहो। कठिनाइयां में अधिक चिंता या भय ना रखो। अहंकार के विषय में भी भय मत रखो। स्वाभाविकता बनाए रखो। विपत्ति के समय जो बन पड़े वह निडरता से करो। क्या होगा इस विचार को त्याग दो। योग्य उपायों से कार्य करो, पर चित्त को व्यग्र मत बनाओ। जहां कोई उपाय नहीं हो वहां चिंता करना उचित नहीं है। श्रीमद राजचंद्र। Yeah, actually, that's right. What Krishna says to Arjun is also this. You all are so right. So right. Absolutely. Great men think alike, say alike, no? Wow, that was beautiful. So, did you all get anywhere out of writing something good that happened out of something challenging? I love this one, Gautam Buddha. Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful. We wouldn't be reading this if we were dead, right? Let Buddha's words be your inspiration. And today, take one problem or negative situation in your life that you must want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or in your gratitude journal. As for example, your problem might be that you are out of work and despite your best efforts, you're still unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. And here are some examples. So let instead of unapplied, let us talk about we don't have any financial freedom. Okay, write that. That is better. I'm grateful when we are drinking water. Thank you not only to the person who serves us, but all the way to the water, the glass, jeev and ajeev things. The aqua guard, as many things as possible. We'll be doing this when we do the concentrated gratitude. Okay. And here coming back to this, it is very important to mold it according to a challenge that we are facing in financial freedom. Here, she's writing about the job because this book was written 3 decades back. We have to write about any financial freedom that we are not able to get. There are so many friends of mine, so many students also who say, Bijal, I envy you. You're doing so many things. You have financial freedom for so many things. And I tell them, I'm so happy to see that you can spend a lot of time because there isn't a minute for me to breathe. There isn't a minute. There are so many people I want to serve. So suppose you are without a job or financial, don't have financial freedom, or there is that pause in between till you find another opportunity to get your financial freedom. You can say, oh wow, I have such a lot of time to spend with my family. I'm grateful that my life is a lot better in order because I have spare time now. These are so many things I don't have. So many things I don't have. You saw how much time we wasted today while setting things up. I went and got something, the lights were not okay and everything. And I just realize every time there are challenges or breakdowns in anything that I've not been grateful enough. I'm grateful that I've had a job or work Most of my life, I'm grateful that I worked. I did so many businesses. You all may have done so many different businesses. You all may have gone to your husband's office or wife's office or help. My both sons are helping my both daughters-in-law so much in their business. Right. So there may be a time when there is a break. I'm truly grateful that I had a job most of my life, that I had a business, and that I'm an experienced person now to do anything. Didn't I suggest when we did the magic works like magic? Just the previous chapter, works like magic, I was explaining to you how each one of you can convert something into a money making financial freedom niche. Someone whose daughter went through a separation and all. I said, develop that as a niche. I will show you every way. And it's not a trick. Selling is serving. When you're selling something, you're using that object or your acumen in serving someone, right? So selling is serving. So when we are taking a break from something, we have to realize that we had some time to serve our own selves and to know how experienced we are. I'm truly grateful that this is the first time I have been without work. I'm truly grateful that there are a lot of jobs out there or business ventures or opportunities to get financial freedom, and more new such opportunities are appearing each day. I'm grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs or trying to start a new business, in going for interviews. I'm grateful that I have my health and that I can work. I'm grateful for my family's encouragement and support. I'm grateful for the rest I've had while I had no job because I needed that rest. I'm grateful that through losing my job or through taking a break or a sabbatical, I've realized how much having that financial freedom meant to me. I had never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances and their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation. And there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example. A son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it never seems to be good enough for his father. Such a common problem, such a common problem. A strained relationship. Rarely, you don't hear this too often with daughter and mother. It even that happens. But this one, a, a dad's yearning for the son to join business, a dad's yearning for, there are so many anxieties a dad could have which he may not be able to explain properly to the son. And that to heal, one need doesn't, one simple sentence also, which will come up later. I love you just the way you are is good enough. No, how hard we try to change someone. I love you just the way you are. I'm grateful that most of the relationships in my life are really good. I'm grateful to my father for working. This is son writing hard so that I could have the education that he didn't give, education that he didn't get to have. I'm grateful to my father for supporting our family through my childhood because I didn't have a clue then how much hard work and money it took to keep our family going. I'm grateful to my father for taking me to whatever spot every Saturday or Sunday when I was a child. I'm grateful that my father is not as tough on me these days as he used to be in the past. I'm grateful that my father cares so much about me because he doesn't do tough. He wouldn't be tough if he didn't care so much. I'm grateful that through my relationship with my father, I've learned to have compassion and a greater understanding with my children. I have one singing teacher by the name Sohini Mishra, Manoj Mishra's wife. Manoj Mishra is very famous. And the other day when she came to take my class, she said, Every mistake we made on the keyboard or the riyaz or in the singing or in the scale or in the rag or in anything for that matter, our father would give one jap to us. A dad giving a japper to a daughter. And she says that was the best thing he did to me. I would never have been what I am today if I wouldn't have got those whacks. Bolo. One such a simple example of negativity में से positivity. Sohini Mishra, Manoj Mishra's wife. I'm grateful to my father for showing me how important encouragement is in raising happy, confident children. I'm really grateful when I get to laugh with my father. Some people never got to do that because they didn't have a father. And for others who have lost their father, they will never have the chance to laugh with their father again. I'm so truly grateful that I have my father because amid the tough times, there have been good times, and there will be more good times ahead with my father. What a positive sentence. Amidst the tough times, there are good times, and there will be good times. So she's not writing only about that there will be tough times too. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change their relationship for the better. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about his father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father. Even though the son was being grateful in his mind, at an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father. Provided he maintains his gratitude by the law of attraction, the son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and their relationship must begin to improve immediately. There is no doubt about that. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way that you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working in your feelings lifting is your feelings lifting. So when you do feel better about it, you know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear. The answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus concentrated gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you will see the magic work its wonder in the outside world. पहले अंदर से खुश रहना है, अंदर से मैजिक वर्क हो रहा है कि नहीं उसको महसूस करना है. Just like meditation. In making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things you're grateful for in the following way. I'm grateful for, or I'm truly grateful for. I'm glad that. And then you have to finish every sentence with why you're grateful. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. I'm so glad that. And finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you've listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magical way out of negativity practice by writing, thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect solution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. This is very powerful. Just for today means from today till tonight and tomorrow morning till 4:15 p.m. Not a single negative. Not a single means the moment you realize that you said a single negative sentence, do what we have done in our breathwork class. Straight chamat, tight one. Go to the mirror and give yourself a tight chamat, like I just did to myself. A proper whack on the cheek only. And really, it's such a change it will bring. It may be a challenge, but see if you can make it through one day. There is an important reason. We've done this only once in our breathwork class, only once in these 4 years. There's an important reason to do this. because most of us have no idea how much we speak negatively. But you'll have an idea after watching your words for one day. जितनी चमाट खाओगे ना पता चलेगा कितनी नेगेटिव चीजें हम बोल रहे हैं. सच में यार रिजवाना, सच में. Remember that negativity and complaint bring more of those things. And if you're aware of what you are saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequences of what you are about to say. I'm saying this again, please hear this properly. Remember that negativity and complaint bring more of those things, more of negativity, more of complaints. And if you are aware of what you are saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequences. उसके result चाहिए क्या आपको? Or negativity you want? You want those consequences of what you are about to say. Here is a magic lifeline you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I'm really grateful for. But I have to say that I am really grateful for. Instead, I'm telling you one chamat, hard one. Any negative word and one chamat, one whack on the face. Preferably in front of the mirror because we are going to be doing mirror work in the next chapters. No, one chapter will come, and if any little problem or situation appears in future, remember to put out the embers with gratitude before it grows into a fire. Any problem, tiny problems, she calls that those embers because particles of fire. Before it grows into a fire, first just jump into gratitude. Otherwise, you'll have to jump into the sati of the fire. At the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. Fabulous, no? Magic practice number 7. The magical way out of negativity. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you are grateful. Reread the list, and at the end of each blessing, say thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that as possible. Choose one problem or negative situation. We've written a few just now. I gave lots of examples in your life that you most want to resolve. That you most want to resolve. List 10 things that you are grateful for about the negative situation. Every time I do the magic book, people are not really coming up with 10 different things that they are grateful for one negative situation. It's okay if we just write one also. Something good that came out, it's good, no problem. Okay? For the perfect resolution, just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. If you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative, give yourself a jab. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I'm really grateful for. And then use the magic rock at night. Okay, let's end the session. Okay, see you all tomorrow. Thank you.